Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. Good morning for me, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the heck it is you are in the world, and whatever time you're watching this. And I know what you guys are thinking, god damn, he looks good in a shirt, and unfortunately it's not dressed up for you. I do have to go to work after this, but I hope you appreciate the style we're bringing to today's video. No hair done, but you know, I've got to have my headphones on, so anyway, let's get into the actual video. So, the new final boss, GLOXINIA DROLE, is out. As you can see, I have done a little bit of work on it. I've played it a few times now. I've got a few, basically I'm trying to farm all the shop stuff. So I've mucked around with a few different teams. I will show you kind of a high points team and then also just a fast clear team. They're not really going to be super prescriptive apart from the high points team, but I'll get into that a little later. So we'll start with the high points team. Now, my top score is only 7,300, right? Puts me in the top 5%, well, top 6%, which I'm happy with, and purely because I don't want to invest in the heroes that you need to have to get really high score. So I'll explain in a second. So we'll come all the way to challenge. Not that team. It is this team. So you guys basically, this is the team you want to use. If you don't have GLOXINIA, you can use Green Liz to remove buffs. But basically, this is probably going to be the easier team to use. Most of you guys should hopefully have GLOXINIA. She was free during the Shield Hero Collab event. Goth is free, Red Skinny King is free, and then Ragnarok Barn. Now, if you don't have Ragnarok Barn, ideally, you want to be using Death Pierce, wherever my Death Pierce is. The problem is, right, I don't have Death Pierce invested into. So I need to basically clear the CC. And because my Red Skinny King is level 80 and only just fully awakened, he doesn't have anywhere near the CC he does need. Now, I do have his Holy Relic just because I've been farming other stuff, and I do give him attack crit UR gear from my Chad King, or Quiffy King. So it does boost my CC and allow me to clear it, but without my Ragnarok Barn in the back, I don't have enough CC. So this is the team we're going to be running. Like I said, ideally you run Death Pierce in the back for the crit resistance decrease and stuff. But the whole idea of this team is to basically level 3 buff with GLOXINIA, and then you want to use the Explode of Red Skinny King. This is how you get the most points. He's pretty much useless for everything else in the game. So honestly, I don't recommend investing in him. It's up to you guys if you have the spare mats and stuff, but I want to focus on other heroes, and I'm trying to currently work through my level 90s and 100 them. So he is very, very far down on the list, to be honest. So, but yeah, this is the team we're going to be rocking. So I'm going to have Margaret on him because the enemy is going to have a heck of a lot of buffs on them, so it'll increase all his damage. I've got Tamio Link on Green Gotha because I seem to pick on him. I've got Mayo Link on GLOXINIA just cause, and then I've obviously got Ragnarok Barn in the back. So we're actually going to have some crit chance food, just to increase the chance of us critting. And we're basically running everything except the clear without food, right? Because we can use some food and we're not using any of these. And yeah, let's get into it. So the whole trick here is basically you want to get some good RNG, to be honest with you guys. Like, it's all about the explode cards. Like, if you can get them to explode, then that's where all the damage comes from. So this card, right? So my best run was, which got me the 7,000 points, was when I got a whole bunch of explode cards and I just used them. Ideally, you want to finish them both with the explode damage, and that'll give you the most points. When I did my run, I only managed to finish off, excuse me, only managed to finish off Glox with the explode damage. Droll died before that. So yeah, so basically the idea is I want to get as many of these cards as I can. Ideally, I want to rank up. So what I'm probably going to do is, now again, I've got to be, like, if you've leveled up the Skinny King, you're going to have a little bit more success, right? Just because, well, just because he's going to do more damage, and, so there you go. So the damage is not bad, right? Like, the damage is pretty consistent, even with, like, a level 80 King, like, and he does have the Holy Relic, so he does more damage when they're, when they're debuffed, which is good. Okay, this is nice. Okay, so we got a rank up and we got a couple of these. So I'm going to save these for the final fight. But yeah, basically you want to trigger the explode as much as you can. Right, so I'm just going to kill these guys here, I hope. I'm actually going to do that. And we're going to save the Kizune card and the rank up for... Oh, it's my neck. For the next turn. Hopefully. I think so. Yeah. So, look, ideally you want to explode on both. Like, if you've got a good king, then you can get away with it. My king is just a little bit on the weaker side, so I want to keep him up and surviving. Okay, cool. So this is actually kind of what I want. So I'm just going to literally... Do I want 2 golds or... I'm going to see if I get lucky here and get another explode card. And then if I do, I can hopefully... Yeah, rank up and get a rank up. Like, that's the ideal case scenario. If not, I'll just probably just go in with all the explode cards. No, okay. So I'll probably... I won't use ults because we have the... Oh, perfect. Okay, so I got 2 golds anyway, right? 2 gold explodes. So, and I don't have the ults anyway. So, I'm pretty much just going to use these. I might actually... Okay, I'm going to go literally just... So I'm hoping this is decent for damage. And like I said, ideally I don't want to kill. I'm not used... Oh, we should be okay, I think, here, actually. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. So they should both explode with double after this. So I just have to survive this ult that I'm about to tank. Again, I'm not... I've only got a level 90 Kizune and then I've got... okay, we're okay. I'll survive. Okay. So I'm not going to get the greatest points here, but they're both going to die for that. Like, if he'd just not done that attack, we would have been a lot better. But that's kind of the whole idea. I don't see how many points we get here. Yeah, okay, so 7,600. So that was actually not bad. So if my king had survived there, you know, or if you clear with all heroes having more than 70% HP, which you would have done if you got a more invested in king, you would have a much higher final score here. But yeah, finishing with the explode is basically how you get the really high points, right? And then obviously we cleared all of that. So that hopefully gives you an idea of what to do. Like I said, if you haven't invested in Red Skinny King, I wouldn't really recommend it. Like, I could probably get up into the top 5% for that, for the rewards. Like I said, 7.6k is not that high a score. Like, you've got 17k here, right? And there you go. So these are the teams, right? So a lot of people are using either Kizune, Gotha, and then the team I was just using with Death Pierce, or they're actually using Liz. And what you do with Liz is you just remove the buffs from Droll and Glox, rather than the extra stat increase from Kizune, right? So either one of those two teams will work. Like I said, you can get higher points than what I did. I don't want to invest in Skinny King. It's just not worth it. So throw some gear on it that you've used for Chad King or your other kings. And yeah, as a free-to-play unit, this is the only thing he's ever been good for. So yeah, cool. And in terms of clearing teams, honestly, I've been mucking around with a whole bunch of different teams. I've actually been really enjoying using the Goddess team to clear through it. But basically, you just want a lot of damage, right? So I've been using also this team as well, just for the Escanor. Just for all the, obviously just using Escanor. If you didn't pull for Escanor, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Escanor is insane. So yeah, you can basically just wipe your way through with Escanor here. So we're just going to do that. And like, you could use like double Escanor cards here, or you can, I like to save the finger for the final fight. But like it's not like, it just does so much damage. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like, the boss doesn't have anything really that's overly like crazy, or, you know, that hurts a lot, or is any sort of like, as long as you just kind of survive. Like, they disable buffs and stuff, which is kind of annoying, but like, as long as you just Intin. Like, you probably didn't even need to use Margaret here. You could have used, like, maybe, actually, so the one thing you don't want to use demons. So demons do, like, a decrease of, like, I think it's, like, 500% less damage or something like that. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I was just going to merge. This is probably the worst setup that I've got here for this, but that's okay. So I probably actually want to do... They're going to merge, that's fine. I know it's a bit of a waste, but I want to see if I can kill here. This is probably not the best run because I haven't got the best hand here. Like, ideally, I'd get a couple of different Escanor cards and, you know, I wouldn't be mucking around like this. So you can use this team. I'll show you guys the Goddess team as well. Good, done. And then here, I'm just going to go in with a finger and then... oh, I thought the game froze on me for a second. I was like, I don't have to re-record this video. There you go. So, I'm just going to do that, and then we just do... I always go for DROLE because he's a little... I think he's a little bit... He does more... I do more damage to him for some reason. I don't know if that's a particular reason. If there's any reason behind that, but he just gets deleted. We do 1.5 million damage, and then you get another 600k. Like, you can pretty much almost wipe then as well, right? So that's that. So that's one of the teams. I'll show you guys the Goddess team I've been using as well. It really depends on card RNG on what's quicker, right? Like, yes. So yeah, it really depends on your card RNG as to like what team's quicker and stuff like that. You basically just want a high damage team that can just pump through it, right? So we'll just use... This is a team I've been... actually what we're going to do... This is what I didn't do last time. I'm going to swap Ragnarok Barn out in the back because I want the more damage. And then basically just a buff, and Mael is just my damage dealer here. You know what we can try? Let's try it with Sariel instead. I'll tell you what. Where is he? There he is. So let's do that instead. And let's put Liz on. And let's see if this team works even better. Right, so I should have attack crit gear on... Yep. And then I've got HP defense. So basically Mael and Sariel are my damage dealers here. I'm going to bring Sariel because... Sariel? What did I say? Is that right? Sariel? I'm going to bring Sariel because he's got a decent AoE and they're both green. So I'm going to save my buff card because they are going to debuff me. So I'm just going to use that to cleanse, I think. Then we've got Brilliance of the Sun. Our damage is 34k, 27k, and then 26k. So I'm going to just do that, and then that. So this team's probably better. Oh, maybe. I don't know. We definitely did a bit more damage there, didn't we, than we did last time. So, like I said, just a high damage team will get you through it. You don't need to do anything kind of crazy. There's nothing kind of too scary about this boss. It's just a final. It's not an Archangel's final boss, right? Which need a lot of kind of. So sometimes they do that, and that is very annoying. So I'm just gonna use these cards because why not? And we'll get these back for the next turn as well. So yeah, and this is the team. So like I said, with the Spread Skinny King, you basically just need to work on the Explode, and you'll get more points when you use the Explode. Level 80, fully awakened, normal awakened. Like I said, just kind of does the job. It gets you under the 10% mark, which is enough for most people, right? Like you guys, like if you want crazy points, then invest in King, I guess, and you'll have a higher overall. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, you know what I could do actually? We're gonna do this. And then we're going to get a Zolt, and then that'll be game. So, yeah, invest them in, like, because you also get points for how high your overall CC is and your HP and stuff, as you always do, right? So, I just don't think that it's worth it personally, but if you guys do, then go for it, right? Like, that's definitely what you can do, but yeah, that'll get you enough. Don't forget that he always does that. Shouldn't have pushed the ult, that was silly. But, you know, that's just part of... So I'm going to do that. That should be enough. That's part of the game. So I'm saving my mats for other people. But yeah, if you want to get higher points for any particular reason, if you think the extra 3... of course. If you think the extra 3 SSR pendants, I think it is worth it, then you got the stuff for it, go for it. But yeah, personally, don't think it's worth it. But that's how you get the points. Alrighty, and then just for funsies, we're gonna ult, and then use our might cards and we're done. So, like I said, pick any team you really want that just has high damage. The boss isn't that scary. And just don't use demons, unfortunately. Demons are very much just not a thing at the moment, which is very sad because I do love my demons. But yeah, just a high damage team will work that doesn't have any demons in it. So yeah, that's it, guys. I said I'm a little bit there. But if you have, obviously, any questions or anything, or you disagree, drop me a comment down below. If you guys want to, feel free to check out the Discord. And obviously the Knighthoods as well. We do have those for anyone who wants to join. And yeah, as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.